It's your host, Cynical-minded, co-host might be. We got Knowledge in the building.
What's up, man? Good. Glad y'all had me on.
Word up, word up. At what age did you start making music, bro?
I was like 16, and I was just at parties. Cats that I was chilling with, they all would cipher up and freestyle, and you know, I never really hopped in the freestyle cipher.
When I was young, it seemed like selling dope is all we did. Couple bottles, something we could smoke, and we was partying. But then they all would get the flowing in the cipher though, and all I did was listen and just tell them I ain't like the flow. Really what I meant was I ain't think that I could. If I did try, what if they ain't think I was good? I'm a drug dealer, can't nobody think I'm a joke. So it's fuck trying to freestyle, I think I'm a choke. Only time I'm trying to choke is when I'm smoking a J. Maybe one day I could flow if I just hope and I pray. Show me the way, the clarity, I'll take it and grow. And to be honest, I'm still waiting on the day I can flow. What I did is got to work in my manipulative mind. All that jealousy and envy made me get on my grind. Oh shit, I can rhyme, I just gotta write my shit down. Since I started writing, Knowledge got the tightest shit now. Writing hits now, this ain't just a hit in my crowd. This is it now, spit the sickest shit in my town. I'm getting down, ripping crowds, and I get around spitting, and I'm never gonna quit until I get the crown.
I would always listen to hip-hop, and sometimes I would have beats that I downloaded for them when they were over. So I just started just writing to one. I think the first beat that I wrote to was actually Busy Bone, Thugs Cry. And then ever since I wrote that, I was like, oh, I could do it, I just need to write it down, you know what I'm saying? It just comes to me.
What were your influences in hip-hop as you were growing up?
Tupac, Big Pun, Big L, Scarface, Jedi Mind Tricks, and Demigods, and Army of the Pharaohs, and you know, some of the more underground people. I realized you could pick what success was to you. Some of them cats might not be known by the number of crowds that some other people are, but in their own mind, they didn't sell out and they kept it on their level. Some people influenced me on the hip-hop aspect, and then other people influenced me on the aspect of not needing a goal to be signed to someone else's label, not to just be interested in hip-hop for the bread.
Let's talk about your current projects.
Almost got a movie feel to it, so when you're listening to from the beginning to the end, it's got kind of a story, and you almost get like a, you know, a secondary art, you know, inside of the album as a whole, as opposed to listening to the individual tracks. I revisited some of the stuff from like all of my old projects and titled the album "Streets Will Always Remember Me," because I feel like people who knew me from the streets and from that era, when they pop the album, and they're guaranteed to find one or two, if not, you know, half the CD that they're familiar with, that I've redone beats on all these. Actually, there's like maybe a third or maybe a quarter that I kept the original producers, and then the rest of the beats I got redone by GOKP, and he did his thing on the album, the whole album. He did production on the album, probably at least 3/4, mixed and mastered and engineered the whole thing, so he's executive producer on the tape. You know, people will notice, would definitely notice that name shortly.
So when's that releasing again?
9/11 is the final release date.
The date of your release is, of course, somewhat controversial.
The world stops on that day.
First they wouldn't let me start, now they ain't gonna let me finish. Got no time to take a break, it ain't no time to rest a minute. Last of a dying breed, all the rest are just a gimmick. All that rap without a message in it, that's an epidemic. Think it was a good idea to put me on a track with a hook like that, because it's crooked when I'm looking back. I'm looking through the rear view, and hopefully my peers do, cause history repeats whenever people ain't aware. True. I'm scared too of what might happen if we sit and let it. We gotta get it together, stop the way this mission's headed. It's just a 6-headed dragon with the 7/7, plus it's getting bigger and better since September 11th. The truth